Hey, what's up? This is Rodney, and I'm back basically just to give my opinion on this whole Adele thing that I've been reading all over the internet. So basically, Adele released her new song "Hello," and it's been blowing the fuck up. I'm not even gonna lie; like anybody who even thought about releasing an album or releasing a single should probably wait for at least 2 years. Like this bitch is coming back. This bitch is coming back and just snatching wigs and taking names. Like this bitch, like she breaking numbers and breaking records that other people haven't even broken. She's surpassing people. It's just a mess. Like I feel sorry for everybody right now that's in the music industry. Like honestly, like it's really about to go down. So, anyways, some people basically just to get into it. Some people have been saying that Adele is the greatest voice and she's the voice of our generation, and you know, I don't agree with that at all, and I'll of course tell you why. A lot of people think just because when you now I'm talking about in the music industry right now. I'm not talking about any other you know sports or anything like that. People think that whenever you break records, that automatically means that you're the best. And I know that sounds crazy, but it really doesn't. You can't, okay, for example, Adele. Adele came back and she's fucked people up, basically. But at the end of the day, that doesn't mean that she's the best vocalist. That doesn't mean she's the most talented. I mean, Taylor Swift, that bitch been selling a million copies of her album, like the last 3 albums she released. Does that mean that she's the best vocalist just because she sold a million plus albums in the first week? Does that mean she's the most talented? No. There's a lot of stuff that goes into, especially being in the music industry, there's a lot of stuff that goes into being at the top. Because there are people out right now that are just as talented, if not more talented than Adele, and they don't get the props that they should deserve. There are people out that sing a hell of a lot better than Adele, but they don't get the props that they deserve. Just because they're not selling a million singles, or just because they're not selling out arenas or filling up arenas, does not mean that they're not talented. That just means that either they probably don't have a machine behind them, and I hate to bring it up, but it's the truth. Whenever you're white, there is a such thing as white privilege. People don't like to accept it, and what really pisses me off is when I hear black people say shit like, she's just talented. Now let me say something. I don't want y'all to think that I'm taking anything away from Adele, because Adele is very talented. She can sing. She's a great songwriter. But does that mean she's the best just because she broke some Vivo records for the most watched video, and just because her single is selling? No. There are bitches out there right now like Sasha Allen, Frenchie Davis, Tamia, Jasmine Sullivan, Tamar Braxton, Monica Brandy. These bitches can do what Adele does with their mouth closed. And I'm not even trying to be funny. These bitches can sing their fucking throats off. And they don't even get half of, not even, but they don't even get a quarter, they don't even get a third, they don't even get a quarter, they don't even get 5% of the recognition that Adele gets. And I wonder why is that? And then a lot of people go even as far as saying she's the face of soul music. The face of soul music? Girl, y'all are reaching. You mean to tell me out of all these black women out right now who sing like no other, y'all gonna give, especially black people, y'all gonna give Adele the title of being the face of soul music? She's the best voice. Adele can sing. And I'm not knocking Adele, but when I think of the best voice, Adele does not pop in my mind. I'm sorry, she doesn't. When I think of great songs, Adele has great songs. Hell, to me, she had better songs on 21 than the song Hello. Hello is just okay to me. I like Hello if I'm watching the video. Actually, I've only listened to Hello probably 2 times since the song been released. I'm the type of person, like, if I think a song is just okay, once I hear the album, and if I fall in love with the album, then I'll more than likely fall in love with the song once I hear the full body of work. But once I listen to the album, if I think the album is okay, then more than likely I'm still going to think the song is just okay too. And right now I just think Hello is just an okay song. But anyways, there are just too many talented black female artists out that people overlook or don't want to give props to. But then you'll turn around and give these white artists and put them on this level like they're like just unreachable. You know, I remember Tank was saying, the singer Tank was saying, probably like a couple of years ago, that he was quitting the music industry because maybe if he had blue eyes and blonde hair, he would succeed. And people try to look at that as him bashing people, but it is the truth. You get people like Iggy Azalea. This bitch comes out and she has like the biggest rap song of the summer. You turn on the television, this bitch song is all on commercials and all over the radio. You mean to tell me out of everybody who has rap songs out, from Kendrick Lamar, and I don't even listen to rap music. Well, I listen to it, but I don't really purchase it. And I'm just not a big rap person. But anyways, out of all the rappers, from J. Cole to Kendrick Lamar to Nicki to Drake to Lil Wayne to everybody, you mean to tell me this is a song that that white people, that white media has pushed down everybody's throat, yes, and made that song the song of the summer, and that's the go-to rap song. This rap song coming from this blonde hair, blue-eyed white girl. Sam Smith comes out. I'm not trying to knock Sam Smith. Sam Smith, and I'm not going to lie, Fancy was my jam too. I'm not going to sit here and lie. But Sam Smith, he comes out and people hype Sam Smith up. Sam Smith can sing. I'm not even taking that away from him. Sam Smith can sing his ass off. But to sit here and put him and nominate him for BET Awards over other artists that should have gotten an award, especially at the Black Entertainment Television Awards, and y'all going to nominate Sam Smith? Out of all the talent, out of all the black talent, you mean to tell me Sam Smith surpassed all those black artists? I don't believe it. Y'all can keep buying that bullshit if you want to, but I'm not. I'm not. In conclusion, I love Adele, I really do. But at the end of the day, there are way more talented artists out there. And just because someone sells millions of records and fills up stadiums does not mean that they're more talented than the bitch who can only fill up the club. Because there are plenty of bitches right now who singing in churches, who singing in clubs, who can out-sing a lot of these bitches at the top of the charts right now. It's either because they're probably either too black, too dark-skinned, they don't look a certain way to get a record deal. And I will give Adele this, and it probably still has to do with her being white. For Adele to accomplish what she's accomplished with being a big girl and being covered up says a lot. But at the end of the day, it's like you almost have to go back to, why can't the big black girls, be just that, have that same recognition? If a black girl was to sing Adele songs, would they still have the same recognition or receive that same response from the world as Adele does? Probably not, because there are black bitches out there right now who have just as good as songs as Adele does, and still does not receive the recognition, the accolade, all that shit that they deserve. It's just not right. And for people, and like I said, for people, especially black people, to sit here and try to act like that shit does not exist, and Adele is talented, but to try to sit there and try to put that bitch, the face of soul music and the greatest voice alive, is bullshit to me. And that's all I got to say.